Welcome back to Any Percent, the only podcast in the Frostcast subgenre of podcasting. My name is Evan Sampson, and I am your host. I am joined, as always, by Cody Mosley.
Hey, Evan, how's it going? Nice shirt.
Thank you for the audio folks. I am wearing a nice shirt, according to Cody. What does Casper have to say about it? Casper, Karen, what do you have to say about it?
It's good.
I think he does. I think he actually doesn't like it. And on this fine episode, we are joined by Greg.
Yes.
Yes, Greg is here. Greg,
welcome, Greg.
This is your first.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know. He's a listener of the show, I do believe, and has wanted to be on the show. So now he's on the show. Welcome.
He's got a nice mustache for all you audio listeners. Just imagine a nice mustache.
Just a nice mustache attached to a podcasting mic, and that's it.
That is what I am on the inside. I'm a very elaborate puppet operated by a sentient mic stand.
It's the way to go, man. That's what I think. As AI reaches its apex, that's what we'll all be. We'll be like implanted into sentient.
Do you think there's like an AI podcast?
Probably.
Yeah, there's got to be, right? Did you guys ever watch like on Twitch? Gosh, this was like a couple years ago, but someone put like two Google Homes next to each other, and they just were like talking at each other and interpreting each other's requests, and it always got to like these really weird spaces about like, you know, like beep boop, do you believe in love? Beep boop, and it's
Yeah. Talk about life and
right?
stuff.
It's
Really
very
weird.
strange.
Yeah.
All right, Cody, you're up, man. What have you been playing?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we playing? You know, pretty light week for me. Mostly just playing Returnal, man.
How far are you?
It's I've only gotten to the second boss. The game, like, it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to compare it to other roguelikes, like Hades. Got it, nailed it. Gotta talk about Hades at least once an episode. But like, am I getting better every playthrough? I don't think so, right? Like, besides like my mechanically, you know what I mean? If I play like three runs in a row, my third run, I'm like zipping around, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm not doing like more damage each run. I'm not, you know, having more health overall, that sort of thing. It's just like kicking my ass, and the runs are so long that after like 3 hour runs, I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done. I'm exhausted. It doesn't really make me want to like go back and play it like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like other roguelikes, like you die, you're like, all right, let's go again. You know
Well, the
what I mean?
runs are like, they're painfully long, dude.
Can you save between them yet?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no way.
You can, like, if I beat the first boss and then like put my console in a rest mode, I can come back to it like the next day if the game doesn't update and close it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and so it's like once you beat the first boss, you can skip to the second biome level without beating the first boss, like for the rest of your runs. But you're missing out on like such, you know, important shit if you just skip right to the second biome.
Yeah, like
you're so underpowered.
Right, yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to see as much of the game as possible, but it's like I just feel winded. I feel like I ran a marathon after each run. I'm like, so yeah, that's me with Returnal. I don't know. I want to get farther, but it's just.
Could always put it down until they add some of those quality of life features that people are requesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will, because it seems like a majority of people are pissed.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of, so.
I had a run, like, just, I don't know why the app closed. I didn't get like the pop-up that it like updated itself, but I like went to turn my PS5 back on, and maybe my PS5 had like shut all the way down at some point, but yeah, there went like an hour-long run that, you know,
it's
just
crazy,
sucks. But I did beat the first
Yeah.
boss since the last episode. And I beat him on the second try. He wasn't that hard. The first time I had to like learn his patterns, and then I was dead. He sucked. But then it's pretty straightforward after that.
Yep.
Nice.
It feels so good to play though. That's the thing. Like I want to keep playing it. It's just, man, it feels like it doesn't want me to keep playing it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You get double jump yet? I
What are you
figure
gonna
there's
do?
a double jump. There seems like areas that I can double jump to.
There's like a zip line thing, or like a grappling hook you get at some point. I think you have to beat like the 4th boss or some shit.
Okay. It's a big
So-
ask. I want the grab.
yeah.
All games should give me the grappling hook first thing.
How many
Man,
bosses are there? Do you guys know?
I think there's 8 biomes, so which presumably has a boss at the end of each
Okay.
one.
I'm never gonna beat this damn game.
Yeah. You'll someday,
Yeah.
Cody. It'll be your forever game. Casper, what are you playing?
Oh, what am I playing? Oh, I started playing Bravely Default, or Bravely Second, the sequel to Bravely
Right.
Default.
Why would you want to be
so Bravely
second?
It's on the
Default
Switch,
2 is
right?
the third.
Sounds
Yeah.
like that
Bravely
game
Default.
is just you're meant to quit.
Yeah.
You see,
It's a
if your
weird
goal
name.
is
Yeah.
Brave
second
to go
place, then you might as well
second.
just stop. That's what Ricky Bobby always told me.
It's kind of weird because in the you guys never played the first one, huh?
No, but I know like the main mechanic is like you like pass a turn and then do way more damage on the next turn or something like that.
You don't get more.
Something
you don't get more
would
damage.
You default.
Yeah, so pretty
right?
much
Yeah.
it's like the classic JRPG turn-based, but you can default, which instead gains you a turn, so you can actually attack twice the next turn if you default the first one,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
and you
How many times can you
Interesting.
chain those
4.
together?
so you can default up to
Yeah,
4
okay.
times and then attack all at once, which it's a nice twist on the classic or the
Turn-based.
old
Yeah.
turn-based formula. And the first game, it was kind of cheesy, it's just like those type of games, but the story was still interesting, and I'm going to spoil it like every other game I talk about.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
like the first game, pretty much there was a great chasm. The entire town got swallowed up by like the bad guy or something, and Tiz, the main character, was the only one that survived. And like there's this fairy that helps the 4 adventurers throughout the whole game, and then you find out that the fairy is like the bad guy or like a minion to the bad
Oh,
guy,
okay.
which is kind of like a twist in a way.
Hmm.
And then after you beat the boss, Tiz goes into like this slumber because the only reason he was even around, if I remember, I don't know, I played the game like 10 years ago, but if I remember right, he went to sleep because like he was just the will of everyone in the town that died in the Great Chasm. Like he was a real person, but he only survived because like I don't know, everyone else willed
So
it.
he was like a human spirit bomb. Right?
Yeah.
Like he was the will of the
I
people.
think that's what
I
it is.
see. I see.
But
I
then
think that's a wrestler.
Will of the people.
Yeah,
He's just named. He's like a guy just named
That's-
Will, and he's like
that's-
of the people.
Will.
That's absolutely like a finishing move you'd see on Monday Night Raw.
and then the sequel, I don't really care for the story so far. You play as like this new guy, and then like an hour or two in, Tiz is asleep, but like some fortune teller prophecy guy gives you some like soul stones type thing, and you wake him up, and that's it. And he's just there,
He just joins the party as like a
Yeah.
teammate.
and it's
Yeah,
just like
huh.
weird. It has
Oh, nice.
it has
Anticlimactic.
some like
Yeah.
girl from the moon because I guess there's some civilization on the moon now.
Of course.
And,
Why not?
Yeah,
She got bunny ears.
no,
All right. All right.
yeah, no.
Well, do you know the Japanese believe that bunnies live on
She's
the
got-
moon? That's why there's all the rabbits in Super Mario Odyssey.
She's got red eyes though, so maybe that's something
Definitely.
buddy-ish.
Yes.
Uh,
So if the next one's Bravely Default 2, like,
I think it's like Final Fantasy.
is this one like,
where it's like
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. But like, what's up with this one, right? Like, this one's a direct sequel to the first one,
Yeah.
but maybe the next one won't
I
be.
think
Oh,
it kind of
okay, I
like
see.
Final Fantasy X had Final Fantasy X 2.
Two,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I wonder if they'll
Oh,
make
I see,
Bravely
yeah.
Second 2.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Part 2.
Bravely second, the second.
But that's pretty much just it for me. I'm not really far into it. I'm kind of disappointed in this one compared to the first one. And it's kind of making me wonder if I should even get Bravely Default 2, you know? Like this
Mm-hmm.
one might have just been like they had all the assets, right? Because it's the same world. It just has like a few new towns and stuff.
Yeah.
So they just
Oh, I see. So you think it's like a cash
maybe
grab?
not a
like,
cash
sort of
grab,
thing?
but just like a, you know, make a little more money than remaking everything.
Right.
I mean, it's common in
Yeah.
game development to
Yeah.
reuse assets. It's just I feel like the story
Yeah.
isn't. I don't know. I thought the other one was fine the way it ended.
Yeah. No need for a sequel.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty much it,
Yeah, that's
Casper.
it.
All right, Gregor. I actually don't know if Greg is short for Gregory, but
It
let's say it
is,
is.
but who cares?
All right. Yeah. So Ori, what have you been playing?
Not Ori and the Blind Forest, but maybe someday. Lately I've just been playing WoW. Burning Crusade pre-patch came out
Nice.
today.
Oh yeah.
So I've been going on the classic grind.
Nice.
Other than that, I
Are
got
you
back
having
in.
fun or
It's
not?
fun. There's just a lot of people on right now, so you have to compete for like every quest mob.
Mm.
Other than that, I
Oh.
got back into Cyberpunk recently.
Oh.
They fix it.
Whoa.
It's not as bad. Driving is
Yeah.
not nearly as bad as it used to be. There's still like
That's
still
good.
like a game breaking bug every now and then, but it's like on the frequency of a Bethesda game now, so now it's just like it's a feature.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Right. It gives it its charm, you know? That's what they say.
Yeah, sure. That's pretty much it for that though. I've been
Nice.
busy lately.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they just dropped. So I've never played WoW really like at all. So classic, are they gonna release like every like expansion like ever like at the same
I
pace they
hope
were
not.
releasing
I
it
saw
before?
this.
Yeah.
I saw this earlier, Evan. I think that they have 3 streams now, right now. There's the actual WoW that's been going for however many years. And then Classic was going, but I think Burning Crusade, this DLC is like an inflection point. So now it's going to
Yeah.
split off and it's going to be before Burning Crusade
Oh.
might, you know,
They
That
still
will
have
continue.
like
but it won't get the updates
they still
later.
have WoW as it was like at release. They've just
Yeah.
added like
And
a
then-
Burning Crusade classic WoW now too.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
So now they're upkeeping 3 different
that's
And
just
they're
gonna
making
keep
money from all of
branches.
them probably.
Well,
right.
it's the same.
So
as-
they're just gonna keep doing that, presumably, like just keep like forking off like
I have
other
no idea.
releases.
I don't
Yeah,
work
right.
for Blizzard. I don't know how long they'll do
Oh
it.
shit, Cody! You said this guy fucking works for Blizzard.
Oh, is that how you guys got? Did you guys think that I was? I don't know anyone who works at Blizzard. Jeff Kaplan left, didn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and we were all
did
really
leave,
good friends
yeah.
with him, but
Yeah.
Greg. So the what's it called? You only pay for one subscription, right?
Yeah. You only pay for one blanket WoW subscription, but I'm sure that
And
they're
you
all
get that's
drawing in
cool.
people.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Huh.
It just sounds like a headache managing 3 different freaking
Yeah.
branches of.
But don't worry, they do it all shittily, so it can't be taking
Yeah.
that many resources.
I remember when I was like a kid, I was watching like X Play, and they talked about all the meme stuff in like WoW, and like I can't
X-Play
wait
is
for
a name that I haven't heard
Yeah,
in a
right?
while.
I don't, maybe it was either X Play or like Attack of the Show, right? Like one of those G4
God.
TV shows.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
I'm taking a drag of a metaphorical cigarette right now after that one.
pour one out for Attack of the Show, but
Oh.
there was like a bunch of meme stuff in it, right? Like there was like they made like a Leroy Jenkins character. Like it's all these like ancient memes, right? Like they like referenced in the
Yeah, yeah.
game, and I want to go find them. I want to see, actually, you know what I specifically want to say is I want to see like a child discover like, you know, like the like Leroy Jenkins is the only thing that's coming to mind, right? Like, and just be like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
Like,
It
are
is
you
kind
people
of
talking
cool, like
about?
going through the dungeon that happened in.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know,
Right,
it's like
right,
you're
right.
really,
Baby.
yeah, you're literally like you're standing where he stood. Like, oh my god.
I just got chills.
Oh god.
Didn't
Nice.
WoW?
It's
so
like
that's pretty
walking
much it.
across Gettysburg, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't WoW name a character after Leroy Jenkins or something?
I think so.
Yeah, no,
Probably.
that's what I'm talking about. Is like I think there's an NPC
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
that they added at some
all
point.
the memes, but people who play Classic now, like they might be like 13 now and not know what the hell's
Yeah,
going
Yeah, and
on.
But
I'm
they're
spacing,
idiots.
but I know that
Children
there's like
suck.
stuff. Yeah,
You
the
heard it
official
from me
opinion
here
of the Any
first.
Percent podcast.
Yeah. God, I could watch children fall off of bikes all day long.
Greg, so that's pretty much it for what you're playing? Just a lot of
Yeah.
WoW and a lot of nice.
Pretty much. I mean,
Sweet.
other than Frostpunk.
Yeah, right. Shh, I haven't said the name of the episode yet. We're getting there. All right.
If they didn't read it when they clicked on it, that's their own
true.
damn fault.
Yeah. The mystery is ruined. I have what have I been playing? Blah 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 blah. So I've been playing Returnal a little bit. Cody and I talked about it. I played and completed Resident Evil 8. I think we should talk about this game.
Yeah.
Has anybody played Resident Evil? Any of them other than
slap Lady Dimitrescu or whatever her name is?
slap her?
Yeah, that
Is
was
there a way
going
to
around the
slap her?
internet. You could just get a fly swatter and
You
just
could
fucking slap her as everyone was doing.
Yeah, I saw that mod. It's like a fly swatter for the knife.
Oh, it's a
And,
mod.
like, yeah, I did see that.
But there was actually jiggle physics. I swear to God.
There's got to be some really horny people for her, which is like very like what fetish is that called when you're into like 9.5-foot dead ladies?
Giganticism, I think, or something like
That
that.
is
Plus
the disease.
undead.
Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Too, the fetish?
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
Something like that.
There's a really good. This is completely unrelated, but have you guys ever read David Sedaris before?
No.
So
I
he's
can't
like
read.
he's an essayist or like whatever. I don't know what to call his. He writes like short things, like short stories, but they're all like based on his life. And when he was like a fledgling writer, he like wrote for an erotic giganticism magazine because it was just
so
like
he
the
has to,
only
like,
paid work he
pretend-
could get.
Yeah, so he has to like pretend like he
Right,
has
like
that
he's like
fetish,
trying to like be like, and then she was suddenly taller and her breasts hung lower.
She was absolutely massive, and her supple frame, I think.
yeah, he has to like pretend. Dude, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Anyway,
Um,
Resident Evil 8.
yeah.
though.
So like Evan, so I want to ask you,
Yeah.
right? What? So you beat it? That's actually crazy.
So
So,
short.
how long
10
did it take you
hours.
to beat it? It's,
And I did like most of the. I only missed one like side thing that I wanted to do.
oh,
super
shit.
short.
hours?
Yeah, but it's like
Is
like
that,
a really
how,
fun.
How
10
does that
hours.
compare? Okay, I was like, how does it compare to 7?
I think
that's
7's
probably,
a
like, the
little
most.
longer, like probably like 12 or 14 or longer, but like 7 felt even if it was the same amount of time, like 7 felt super long because it was so fucking
Yeah, yeah.
scary. Like 7, I was like
Right.
shitting my pants for the entire time. Whereas
Yeah.
8 is like the Evil Dead or something. It's like camp. It's like it's silly. This
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is so dumb, guys. I can't even tell you how stupid this game is. I love it to death. So first off, your protagonist, same guy from 7, his name is Ethan Winters, and
He sucks.
he's
right?
just like dumber than a bag of doorknobs. He is so foolish. He is such a jackass. He is like he wants to. So the plot is that his daughter gets stolen. So he's like that guy, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's just like that type of character who's like Liam Neeson in Taken. Like I'm gonna get my daughter back. Like it's just, and that's his
Rookie
only
mistake.
characterization.
He's a dweeb.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
You can make so many
Right.
more daughters. You know?
Yeah, true.
Like, so he's like a dweeb, but he's trying to be like a badass.
Yeah. But and he is. I mean, he mows
Yeah.
down like armies of the dead, basically. You know. But
Yeah.
So anyway, he's just dumb, and like he's just constantly gets maimed like throughout the entire game. Like it's like every 2 hours he gets completely maimed, and then he takes the magical healing juice and pours it on the wound, and he heals. And
Okay.
it's they
Because I
attempt
saw
to
the
explain it.
gif of his
I
hand
saw
getting
that.
cut
Yeah,
off.
Again?
yeah, and
And so he,
Yeah,
he
right.
pours juice on it,
Wait,
and
that
his
happens
hand
to
comes
him in the
back.
first
in 7, yeah.
too.
It's the same hand and
Is it
everything.
the same hand? That's pretty
So
good.
he's just stupid, and the story is like really dumb. Like the getting the daughter is like I guess a fine motivation, but like I don't want to spoil it, especially for any listener that would want to play it. But like this really upsetting thing kind of happens involving the daughter like pretty early on in the game, and his basic reaction is no. Okay, get to work. And like he like starts like on his quest. Like he doesn't really like dwell on this like really terrible
Process
thing
it, yeah.
at all. But like and then like it's this like Eastern European village. Everybody in it is American, and like the voice actors are all American, and it's just so silly. And like I think a lot of the voice acting just sounds like they did like 1-2 takes, and they're like, nailed it, well done, nothing wrong with that.
That's it. Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah,
I love that. I love bad voice acting in games. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
I want to be a bad voice actor.
I think you can.
They sound like they have so much
one,
fun.
yeah. So I think that I might pick Village Up because it's not as scary as 7.
It's not scary at all. There's only one part where I even felt like a little bit scared.
Yeah.
And
I heard there is one part that's like truly terrifying. Isn't that what everybody says?
I don't know about truly terrifying, but 7 is like
7's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
7's just
The scariest part about 7 is that it happens in Louisiana.
yeah. I mean, like it's true though that it's like in a house, which is like upsetting. Like it's the same way people find Gone Home scary, despite the fact that Gone Home is
It's
just you
not a
walking
horror
around.
game.
It's not a
It's
horror
not a horror
game,
game.
right?
Right.
But like people find it like unsettling, right? 'Cause it's
Right.
just a big empty
Yeah.
house.
Because you live in a house. You know what those
Right,
are
exactly.
like.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know what the inside of an Eastern European castle is like. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's silly.
No, that was what it
and
was
then-
like when I lived in Germany. Everyone
Yeah.
lived in a castle.
Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I've been playing mostly. A little Returnal.
Would you recommend it? Would you give it?
I'd give it
up?
2 thumbs up. I think. So I don't
Ooh,
know if
nice.
it's like so bad it's good or what. Like I don't know.
Was
like
the gameplay
how
good?
intentional some of these weird things are. Yeah, it's easy. I will say it's like really easy.
Okay.
Like overall.
Yeah, I heard people there. You know, like typically with Resident Evil games, there's like a balance, right? Where like you either have no inventory space at all, so you can't pick shit up, or there is like no supplies like at all, right? Like there's this fine line. It has to kind of walk.
Yeah, it never does that in this one.
But I heard this one,
Yeah.
yeah, you just have like 1,000 bullets or whatever, and you never run out of space.
Right. So a weird design decision I think is like only some stuff goes in your like briefcase, like from Resident Evil 4. It's like
Yeah.
like a Tetris like inventory management system.
Yeah,
And
flipping stuff.
yeah, I don't think you actually flip
Yeah.
anything, but yeah, you gotta like piece it all in.
Oh, okay.
So everything except crafting items, key items, and treasure all go into that thing. But like, so you can carry like a mountain of crystallized skulls to sell to the fat guy. Which those, you don't have to worry about that. And then the fact that the crafting items don't take up any space, I think is the weirdest design decision because like I don't make ammo unless I need it. I pause, make the ammo I need, close it, and then I never have like excess ammo taking up space in my briefcase.
I see. So you don't find ammo, or like maybe you do find ammo like in the wild, but you also can craft
Yeah.
I see.
And you do,
Okay.
you do find it in the wild, but the crafting stuff just seems like so like additional and unnecessary. Like I generally feel that way about most crafting systems in games, like single player
Right.
games. Like
Yeah.
just give me what I want instead of making me find the pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good
So
game though. I'd
capitalist
recommend it.
of you,
I know, right?
honestly. Break the
I just want
chains, man.
Yeah. Well, I just want immediate gratification. What can I say?
That's
Yeah, it's pretty nice. The joys of capitalism. That's pretty much it. Well, Frostpunk, for this show. So fellas, here we go. It's Frostpunk time. Frostpunk. Working on my.
I don't know if that
podcast
fits with the
intro.
vibe, but
Wiki Frostpunk. Like
So Frostpunk 2018 apocalyptic city sim by 11-bit studios, the creators of This War of Mine, as well as many other mobile titles that I have not played. It is available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and is what's this? It's coming to mobile soon. How exciting. So yeah, let's go around really quick and talk about like how much we played and just start if we liked or disliked it. So I'm gonna throw it to Casper first.
I played it for about around 10 hours. I was able to beat the first, like the main scenario. I didn't get to play any other ones, but I liked it a lot. It was really fun for a city builder, survival city builder, whatever it is. It's kind of weird. It's like a
Yeah.
little bit of a mix between them.
It's like if
Yeah.
Age of Empires, but what all you're fighting is death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't we all? Cody, how much did you play?
Yeah. So for this episode, I probably played. I want to say it felt like 5 or 6, but I played it a lot in the past. I really like Frostpunk. I like how dark it is. How I
Cody,
like the
you just gotta turn
setting.
the brightness up on your monitor, dude.
Come on, this dude doesn't even know about the brightness buttons.
I like how you're faced with these choices that like both of them are like not good, but one might, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, tough
Um,
decisions.
you're faced with tough decisions, and
Don't you love in games when
near
you
the
have like
end-
moral decisions and it's like, do you want to be an asshole or not an asshole? Like
Right,
this
right.
is
Always
not.
pick
So-
asshole,
so-
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one's like, like, do you want to put the kids to work, or do you want to like keep them safe? And it's like, okay, if I put them to work, I actually would get more better yields and all this shit, right? But they're gonna be
They
dying
would
real
need fingers.
fast.
But their little hands can get into the coal thumper so well. Can fix all the parts.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think this game is really cool. I think like you have to play in such a way that maybe sometimes the game, like I feel like maybe sometimes it doesn't want you to play that way. Like I feel like if you, for example, like if you just focus on coal, right, you can kind of subvert some of the maybe difficulty of the game. I don't know if maybe you guys feel the same way, but
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to it too much. Maybe we can get into
Sure.
it after Greg
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, Greg, you're up.
Yeah, I pretty much just did one playthrough. I started it and then I couldn't stop playing it for like 7 or 8 hours. And then
Nice.
I knew Greg would like it. I knew it would itch
and then
that.
that night I saw snow in my sleep and I couldn't play it anymore.
Well, didn't you also get your COVID shot?
I
too?
did. I got my COVID shot the next day. So, or no, that was the day I got my COVID shot.
Yeah, so you probably
Yeah.
like started.
You're like, guys,
getting your
I
I think
probably
it's
started
cold
seeing
in here,
shit,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. The
It's
fuck's
like
up with
4D
God,
or
I turned it
whatever.
into a horror game on accident.
that?
But
Nice.
I thought it was good. I play like a lot of resource management, city building kind of shit, and I thought it was pretty unique how like you have to build it all around one source. It's
Yeah.
all radial.
Yeah,
It's
true.
an interesting
Yeah.
building
Yeah, yeah.
style.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
I pretty much, as far as I got to like the last scenario. I lost. And I
Yeah.
called it quits. I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
I think I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's where I decided to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think when I first played it, I don't think that there were all these extra scenarios in the game. There might have been
I
like,
think there was one
other
when
one?
it came out. Like
Yeah.
one or two.
yeah, so it is cool to see that like they supported the game a lot, added some new
Yeah,
scenarios,
for sure.
Mhm.
replayability. There is paid DLC that I don't have.
Thought about getting it in
Right.
place for
Yeah.
the show, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just already had the game. I wouldn't have bothered for this. You kidding me? I could do so much better things with my time right now.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you with what time we can get. Anyway, I played like 5 hours, but I did beat the game like 2 years ago. I beat the main scenario, and then I started the arcs, which is the one where you have to keep seeds warm. It adds a restriction
Yeah.
that certain buildings have to be kept above a certain temperature till the end of the scenario.
And that one's really hard.
Yeah, I fucked it up. I did, but we can get into why that scenario is hard later. So I want to actually jump back to what Cody was saying before, but now I'm forgetting what he was saying. What did we cut you off about earlier?
Oh yeah, no worries. I was just saying how I think that like, when you're very new to the game, maybe you don't do the right thing, right? So you got to keep playing and figure out what works best.
Mm,
But I found the best strategy that gets you the farthest, doesn't get you all the way, right? You still need to do other stuff, is like when you boot up the game, like focus on coal. Like coal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like do coal stuff, coal thumper, coal, whatever. Hoard that stuff up. And then you can when you research like, you know, more powerful middle thing, the center of your city.
It's a steam
generator. Yeah, so you can make it like more and more powerful, but don't worry, I got a big ass lump of coal, big pile of
You
coal.
must have
over here,
been
you know what I mean?
bad, Cody.
So yeah, I found that's
Thanks for
like
laughing.
it no, you know, coal like
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
for
I think
Christmas.
that's why I have a pretty strong theory that this game was actually heavily funded by the fossil fuel industry.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
like
just-
the lifeblood.
It seems like, you know, propaganda by big oil. That was
Need
the
all that
message
coal?
I took away.
They were like, you know what's not so bad? Like a major like climate event caused most likely by human interference. That's not so bad as long as you have good old fashioned coal.
Nah, dude, you know, they're basically just like, hey, at least it's not too cold. That
Yeah.
would suck too, wouldn't it?
How often did like the generator itself? You could clock it into overdrive and it got colder.
Yeah.
How often did you guys
Yeah.
use that?
I used
If
it
I
a good amount.
Yeah, I feel like if I saw that the temperature was just gonna, so it's free to overdrive it. It actually doesn't burn more coal.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Which I
doesn't?
think
I didn't know that.
No,
it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Which is like
It doesn't tell
it
you
should
that.
tell you
but
that. Yeah, it should tell you it's free. You just can't use it too much. So it's really important that you use it because, like, if there's a time where it's gonna get cold for like just a single day, like you can just crank that shit. You don't have to like do anything extra.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But if it's like cold and then it gets colder like the next day, like you can see it ahead
Yeah.
of time. You're like, okay,
Right? Yeah.
But you can still use it to like support the basis of preparing yourself for the cold part.
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's a cool feature, and like it definitely could have been explained better in like the base game. I like hit it because I had to keep my seedlings warm, so I was like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
using it for the first time, poof, and yeah, it's a poorly explained feature, but the UI. Let's talk about that UI really quick because I think it's like pretty neat how it forecasts all the major temperature changes like way ahead so you can start planning. So it's like this bar,
Yeah.
right? It's like and it's like time moving across. It's like you're in middle school and you're on a line graph, right? Like,
Yeah.
and you can see the temperature going up and down on that graph. So like I just think it's
And I guess
it's cool. Like it would suck if you didn't know
didn't
in
show that.
advance.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense, right? Because we have weathermen.
Yeah, and they suck.
Meteorologists. They never know what's going on.
They don't get an ounce of respect from me.
That was nice though.
Pay me $40 an hour to get things wrong.
Speaking about the overdrive and UI or
Mm.
UX, I don't know what this would be considered, but so if you let it go into overdrive, you had like two options. You either use what's it called? Like if it overheats, I mean, you have two options. You either use one of those
Steam cores.
steam core, that's what it's called, yeah. Or you use
Yeah.
the kitten,
Yeah.
which
Oof.
I never actually did.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but
I never let it. Casper like reveals his darkest side on the show. He's like, I wanted to burn the boy.
what was it? What
I
happened?
held back my dark passenger and I did not burn the
I
boy.
wanted to know if it was like Snowpiercer, where like the kid just becomes part of like the gear. You know,
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I was curious.
Snowpiercer.
I think I
vibes
didn't
for
like
sure.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Oh yeah. The thing I didn't like about it though is that if you let it go back down, right? You like fix it, let it go back down, and then it's not completely down yet, and you turn it back up, and you forget to turn it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't warn you before it explodes. It just happens if you don't keep an eye on it.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
right.
I never
right,
let it get
because
that
didn't
close.
hit
I
zero
would
and
mess
then,
up. I would get busy with other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Why don't you just turn it off before it's gonna explode?
I'm
right?
like a
Like-
monkey at a typewriter. I have to like be monitoring every single dial I can possibly look at.
I would
Yeah.
like get it as close as I could, but then when I was monitoring it, I would get like oh, we're cold or something, or like, oh, we need more food,
Yeah.
and I would get distracted just
That's-
like a second.
That's when you just think you're just like, fuck you guys. I don't care. Like, you're alive. Stop complaining.
You have to be
And
very
if you're
Machiavellian.
dead, whatever. I made them a graveyard.
I know. I'm a benevolent god. You can
That's
bury your
basically-
dead.
I said that a lot. I said that a lot to myself as I was being like, no, children, they have to work in the hospitals now because we have so many sick people.
If
I think that sometimes you're faced, like we talked about earlier, like you're faced with like a hard decision, right? Sometimes if it's like your first time seeing that scenario, it's like a huge swing in discontent
Yeah.
and hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like not ready for that. You know what I mean? It's like cuts my hope down by half and then like fills up discontent. I'm like,
So, do we have a good idea, mechanically speaking, of what those meters do? Like
if
I get like the vibe of the meters, right?
Yeah.
Like,
right. But like if you max out
I
hope,
would-
like what?
right.
Like,
I think
who knows?
I think in hope I think with hope, my guess would be stuff like random positive events are like more common, like people suddenly recovering from their illness. Like that's happened where someone has
Yeah,
been
that
like
would be my
gravely
guess,
ill
too.
and then just bounce back
Yeah.
and it'll play an audio clip like I must go on.
okay,
And
Yeah.
theoretically
As
gravely
opposed
ill
to-
people they just die in the early game, like they're not supposed to get better. Like that's a thing you unlock later as a way to treat the gravely ill.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Right. As opposed to discontent being maxed out and it's like
right.
everyone
Everyone
hates
Do, like,
wants
do
you.
the
to leave
people
for
stop
London.
working or right? Do they?
Right,
do they?
right.
Right, they leave. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
When hope goes all the way down, they kick you out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
they-
can't go down either. Okay.
Yeah, if it's at the bottom,
Right,
you have
right.
like so many days to bring it back up, or else they'll kick you out.
Mm.
Do you guys know? Does that happen with like discontent? Like if it goes all the way up, do they also kick you out?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. I always used to do police raids.
I know.
I would
I was pretty totalitarian, honestly.
I never got discontent full. Like if I did lose, it was usually because hope just went all the way down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's those huge
I
swings.
lost because
man.
everybody
It's
died a
tough.
couple times on my first one. I was froze to death. Wasn't ready.
Nice.
Well, just speaking more about like mechanics, like, do you guys feel like the balance? So I have like a thought, right? And I want to get your opinion on this thought. Like, with a lot of city sim games, and Greg can probably speak to this, like, they're big curves, right? And you need to ride those curves. Like, you need to like
Yeah.
people need to be fucking today so that there are babies in 2 weeks after the human gestation
Right,
period
right,
of 2
right.
weeks, right?
Indeed.
So like it's these curves. You need to be making decisions that will have positive effects in the future. And that's like
Yeah.
pretty like standard, right? Like you got to play to that curve. And in this game, I almost feel like you can pull yourself back from like most things. Like other than the cold is the only thing you really need to be ready for. But like,
Yeah, dude, that's
but if you need
dude,
food, like I
think
feel like you
that-
can pull yourself back from that
That's
pretty
true.
quick. And
Yeah.
like if people are
Yeah,
sick,
it's
you
pretty
can
generous
just
with,
like reassign people to be doctors, and anyone can be a doctor. You know, like
Yeah, as long as they're an engineer
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Like
We put engineers in charge of our
Um,
healthcare all the time.
so.
I think that I think what you're saying is true, Evan. I think it really just goes back to like, okay, if it gets to that point where it's like so cold that no one can do anything, all that stuff, you know what I mean? You just gotta get that coal, man. You gotta keep it running a little bit. You gotta have an automaton always on coal.
Yeah,
That's my
Yeah,
strat.
definitely.
And then you can ride it through, like you're saying. Once you get out to the other end, all right, now I'm all set. You know?
Yeah, like
Um,
I think bouncing back from like the tragic scenarios is pretty quick in this game. But
I mean, there's always survivors to pad the workforce. You know,
Yep.
welcome to our shelter. So glad that you have a chance. Now get on the assembly line.
Um,
No food until you've produced enough. 8-hour shift.
Emergency
I do
shift,
like
baby.
the mechanic. Yeah, I do like the mechanic of doing like enacting emergency shifts. Like sometimes you need it, man. You know what I mean?
Sorry, kiddo.
I never used an emergency shift. I was like,
Wow, you're on it.
Interesting.
I was like, I'm good at these games. I'm an EU4 player. Just not
Oh,
lately because
God.
EU4
See.
ruined itself.
You're brain damaged. Then.
Oh, did you?
No
I
offense.
am.
EU4 is for crazy people.
If you guys,
Do you see this mustache, man?
Yeah.
if you guys had like,
Now that's a guy who's got it all together.
if you guys had like a bad beginning to the game, would you just like stop it and restart? Because I did that a lot.
No, because I feel
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
feel
I
it's
only had
easy
one
to like
playthrough.
correct.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
only did one full playthrough.
yeah.
Nailed it from the top.
I don't know. I would feel like I would have, like, if I just didn't have enough in the beginning, I would just stop it and then get a just redo it until I got it right. Like, I don't know, maybe I was just trying to make it perfect. Like, I was just trying to have.
I
Like,
mean, the pleasure of these games is coming back from mistakes you've made. Though.
I guess so. Maybe I played it wrong.
Yeah,
I think-
I mean, I
think
I'm on your like camp generally, Casper. Like, I do think like
Yeah.
if it wasn't so easy to fix, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
or I would like bail. Like, because I bail. I've probably started a dozen city skylines towns and then just been like,
Right.
I took out a $2 billion loan from the government and I need more money. You know.
I don't know. I had a hard time coming back. Like, if it got all the way down, I don't know if it was just like I would
Yeah.
stop paying attention for like a minute and then just like well, for one of the story points, the guy that like crawled in from Winterholm said all is lost and then died. I swear my hope was all the
yeah.
way up, and then it just dropped to the bottom after he came in, and I couldn't get back.
I think that's supposed.
I got my
Yeah.
hope up
if I-
pretty
if,
high.
If I remember correctly.
There's some like
Yeah.
stacking events that you can just try and focus on that I tried to like game pretty much.
Right.
And that's how I got
Mm.
through it with like enacting the laws and building buildings and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like pathways that
Yeah.
I think it wants to guide you along once that happens to try and like spur your development in an intended direction, and
Mhm.
that's basically what I did.
Mm.
Right. I think that when that happened to me, I think that was like my first or second playthrough. So like there's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this game doesn't tell you a lot for specific stuff. Like
No, yeah.
like the
It's crazy that there's no like Civopedia type thing, like, or like, you know, like I can't like look up the meaning of everything.
yeah.
It would be really nice if I had
There
that.
was
I
like
could
an
pull up
encyclopedia
Wikipedia.
that you could look through. It would like have
Really? I couldn't
Yeah,
find
there was
it.
like information sections
was, like,
on
a
pretty much
tutorial
everything.
system.
Oh, there's like a tutorial on the side, but it still didn't tell you. I don't know. Some stuff is kind of annoying. Like the hunter shack or whatever it's called, where you get food. You can actually
Mm.
take
Yeah.
them off during the day to work on other stuff because they only work at night. And I don't
Mm.
think it
Oh, I
tells.
see.
Maybe it does tell you. I think it says when it works at like 18 o'clock to 2 in
Yeah,
the
it
morning.
does. It does say. Yeah.
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 But you
I
have
always
to be
had
like
too many workers
really paying
anyways.
attention.
So
Yeah. I guess.
A
Yeah.
prosperous community Greg has built for the unemployed.
it sucked, dude. I had to build so many friggin' houses for them, and they weren't doing anything.
The game didn't really have a tutorial other than just like the words.
It gives
right?
you guided like steps at the beginning. Yeah, like
Okay.
what
Basically
it
tells
does.
you
like,
how
it
to
gives
pull
you
up each
objectives
menu
and-
and gives you that
Yeah.
information. Says do with that what you will.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
show you the way. I'm not gonna hold your hand.
I learned that those gathering shacks, what was they called?
yeah, the gathering huts.
Yeah, the gathering huts.
where it'll like what you assign people to that and they'll grab stuff from nearby like resource piles.
Yeah, I didn't realize until later that like,
Mm.
oh, that's great for the coal and wood instead of just like sending groups to the piles. Because I didn't even notice
Right.
it at first. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
see,
what are
yeah.
what are the benefits? Like, I mean,
I think it keeps
like
you warmer.
in the one I was playing, that's what I was thinking is you
Yeah.
can warm that place, but you can't warm up a pile
Yeah.
of wood.
You can
Yeah.
put a generator next to it if you are so
That's
inclined.
true.
Mm.
But if
Right.
you're that far,
Yeah.
then you're probably just mining
Yeah.
anyways and don't need that anymore. I started having to remove those piles just to like get them out of the way and not waste the resources. So I never ended
Right.
up using the gathering huts or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, it gives you back a lot of resources when you destroy them. Like not all of them, but most. So it's good to build and then destroy if you have to.
Waste not, want. You know. This is why I was so prosperous, because I can't waste a number on the screen. They need to be as high as possible.
What do you guys think of like the whole scout system?
I thought that was interesting.
So it was
thought that was-
cool. It was definitely cool, but
It was a little reminiscent of This War Is Mine. I could definitely see hints of it in that.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Except for in This War of Mine, right? Like you have to play those parts.
Yeah, you have to like go through them.
Yeah, which is weird. I thought that was a weird
that would
part
actually
of This
been
War Is
pretty
Mine.
cool.
Like I didn't like that part that much. Like I did want it to just like
Oh, I
go
thought that
fetch
was
me my things.
I thought that was like an interesting extra layer to it that like definitely attaches you to the game more. But this is not
Right,
a
if
podcast
you-
about This War of Mine.
Yeah.
The scouts added story to the game, which is nice too.
Yeah.
Although halfway through, I think I stopped reading the journals. Like I just started.
Oh fuck yeah.
I just started
Who cares?
focusing on the actual gameplay.
That actually brings up a good point. Did you guys feel ever like super attached to somebody, or
Nah.
No, they were
I
kind
don't
of
care
useless.
about anybody.
The random name generator came up with Cody Mosley, and
and I
I
killed
killed
him?
him
I
instantly.
banished him from. I just let him freeze to death.
You could.
Yeah, I told him to go pick flowers deep in the forest, and he froze to death on his way over there.
Could you?
I kind of could you name? Is that where you're going, Casper? Like, could you rename
No.
characters?
I don't know.
I
That would have been cool.
I don't know
though.
if you can. I was gonna ask. Can you pick specific characters to do stuff, or is it just like you just pick
No,
engineer?
you can't.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, you just pick
Yeah,
the
it's
role,
just
and then
like,
it will
okay.
assign them, and I'm sure it takes into account like how close their house is for like optimal efficiency.
Dude, I would like like an Oregon Trail type thing where you can name all your people and like it tells you who actually died and like what they
Well, it
died
does
from
tell
and stuff
you
like
who
that.
died.
They
I
will. It
think.
will tell you who died if you build a graveyard
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah,
Because it'll be like this.
but
is
Cody
that is
wants
true,
to
yeah,
see
like a
like
graveyard.
here lies Casper Karen.
Yeah, he died from a poopy butt and then it's just like
He died
nice.
from being crushed.
They
by
bury
a fallen
him with
chunk
his
of
ass
ice,
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
though, 'cause
yeah.
I think at the end,
and then had a heart attack.
at the end, I think I had like 300 people for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do fill up from all the
Wait,
events.
that's
You
it?
just collect them like Pokemon.
Did you turn people away when they
I had
would
like
come?
600
like refugees?
people.
I think I turned away the people who were sick. So I kept the
That's
healthy
probably it.
people, and then they got sick.
I took the sick people too because at the end, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had such a medical infrastructure because I kind of fucked off with the heating at the beginning. But I had such a good medical infrastructure at the end that I could just take it all of the sick I wanted.
I don't think I had enough food for like the end of the game for that winter thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
last part. I would like to. I should have booted up that old save and just. I think it'll let you keep playing after that.
like
Like if there's like a
yeah,
like
yeah.
Oh, does
an
it?
infinite mode after.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. I think you can load the save. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I loaded that save, it would take me to like the last day before the end. But
there is
be-
an endless mode.
I'd be
as well.
curious to see how many people I had survive. I don't think it was that many. You only need to have one person survive to win the whole game. That is
Mhm.
that you'll see a victory screen,
Yeah.
but you'll be like, at what cost? You know.
Yeah.
Damn. I should
Um,
probably bump mine through. I had like 600 bodies to burn. I could have gotten through. Could you just tell them to eat each other?
yeah. I was gonna actually ask that. Could you make them eat people in the game? I don't remember that being an option.
I don't know.
I don't think it is. It's a wasted
man.
opportunity.
Yeah,
if it
I
is.
feel like
Yeah.
cannibalism is definitely an option.
I think it's actually disrespectful to the Donner Party.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes.
So I guess
It's a
there's an
sentence I never thought I'd say in
alternative.
my life.
There's an alternative food arc that you can get if certain things are met.
Oh.
Um.
So, okay. Wait a second.
So I
if
guess
there are there,
yeah.
you just said like certain things can be met. Like, did you? I just want to know really quick. When I played this game, I had like a religious sect open up, and I got like a lot of policies about this religious sect. Did that happen to everybody? Or is
I
that
went
like
full
something?
fascist.
Yeah,
I went with
like
the New Order, and I was putting up guard towers everywhere. I was having patrols. There was very fascist-looking banners hanging from everything. It was a good
Yeah.
time.
I learned too. Like if you So if you make children,
I had the option to be a fascist. Yeah.
if you make children work, you don't get to make them an apprentice later.
Oh.
Yeah,
Making them an
yeah.
apprentice is very helpful.
Yeah, it is. So it's kind
Yeah.
of
I
like
definitely made them kids work on my first
yeah, I
game.
did too.
Well, yeah.
like a
the thing
trade-off.
is, if like,
Yeah.
it will tell you if you like hover over the laws down the line. It'll like have like a hover over tooltip, I think. So that's what I used
Yeah.
to try and like plan out what I was gonna do.
No,
Mm.
like you can kind of see what it says, but like it doesn't actually tell you anything.
Maybe I
Like
just
if it's
guessed.
like very far in the policy tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. I wish you could see ahead of time what policies would lead to
Right. Like how you're gonna fuck yourself over.
what. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So, I liked all the different options in the policy tree because I mean that really does just branch out because there's the main
Yeah.
policy tree, and then at least for the
Mhm.
main story, there's the main policy tree, and then there's two different that you can take off, either the like the guard one or the faith one.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I did both. Like
I
eventually.
Double
took the
down.
guard one.
I tried to balance it, and I don't think that's the
Like,
way like
Yeah.
maybe you're
Actually,
supposed to. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
when I
'Cause-
was first starting out, this is one of the features that like I kind of got tripped up by. I wasn't enacting a lot of laws at first because like there was like a really short cooldown between them, and I was like, I don't know how fast you're supposed to do this. It's got like these negative it's got these negative impacts that you want to balance. So I wasn't putting a ton of laws in at first. So by the time I actually was doing them frequently and the cooldown was increasing each time, I like
Mhm.
Right.
wasn't able to enact laws when I needed them to.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
I was
So-
realizing that too on my playthrough for the show. Like it's like why? Well, it will bump my like discontent up a little bit right now, but like that law remains in effect, and I've got plenty of time to bring that discontent down. Versus, like later I need a much more hardcore law, and it just
Mhm.
seems like piss the people off while you have the chance.
If you go the full faith one, at the end of it, you just become their god, and you no longer
Yeah.
have to
Yeah, I
worry.
think that's what happened to me.
You no
Nice.
longer have to worry about hope. It's just the bar is just filled with devotion, and
Yeah.
that's it.
If you do that, if you
That's
do that in
funny.
the guard one, I think the bar gets filled with order or something like that, or
Oh.
like discipline, something super fascist.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But that one was fun
Cool.
because it's just like, all right, great leader. Like
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
yourselves for the opportunity to work under the great leader. It was like a pep talk every morning. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, you're right. I am a great leader. Now go work in the
Some
mines.
North Korea
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Get to it, kiddos. Cool. Do you guys want to talk about? So I think we've done a good hunk of time on the gameplay stuff. So we got 3 other segments that we usually try to touch on. But we don't have a lot of bullet points for them. So let's talk about them graphics, okay? Them graphics. This game looks pretty good.
Lots of
Game
It
looks
does look
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It's got
This game looks
For
really
something
good
that's
in
like
2K. I got my new
95% the
monitor.
color white, it's pretty good.
yeah.
lots of snow
And
particles.
I like
Lots of snow particles.
That's true.
Yeah. I thought you said I had no particles, and I was like, oh no, Casper, you
Kinda
turned off
ruins
all the
half the
best parts of
game.
the game.
Yeah.
You need the particles.
So this was actually the first game that I tried on my my brand new 2K monitor.
Ooh.
Oh, welcome to the 2K Monitor
so-
Club.
Oh, you sure you got time to be
Dude,
talking
it
to
was-
us peasants over here? Our 1080p asses. I got 2 1080p
So-
monitors. That's like 2K.
Squish them together.
But yeah, no, this game looks great. I think it looks runs great too. I like the steampunk aesthetic too, like everything's all mechanical. Classic steampunk
I love a
stuff,
steampunk
yeah.
aesthetic.
Is there like a large amount of steampunk games? I've never played a game that was steampunk. I guess like BioShock Infinite's kind of steampunk, maybe kind of,
Mm.
but
Steampunky.
yeah, but like
little bit.
I'm trying to think of something I've played that's like straight up steampunk.
I know I've played.
I think Order 1886 was a little steampunk.
Oh yeah, I didn't play that.
Yeah,
I got that during a pricing error at Best Buy. It was supposed to be $50. I got it for $5,
Hell yeah.
and I never took it out of the shrink wrap.
I
Is
also
it a good game?
think
It's
I
like
also
it's
think,
My
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
played
Black
it.
Ops 2.
Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, I was just gonna say Black Ops 2 has a zombies map. I think that is steampunk.
So maybe an
You know what,
underutilized like
Definitely.
subgenre.
Yeah. I think typically it goes hand in hand with alternate history
Yeah.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense.
Dishonored,
Right?
right?
That was a steampunk game.
Dishonored. Oh yeah, Dishonored
That's
is like a
true.
really good
Dishonored,
steampunk game. That
Yeah.
was
Steampunk.
fun.
see.
Did you guys ever do like a no kill run of Dishonored?
No, I tried to
hard,
do
man. I gotta
that's how I
try.
tried to do it
Hard.
from the beginning, and I thought it was hard.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
I
gotta
didn't
like
finish
it's
it.
you could just like choke people out and they won't die.
So yeah, just like real life.
Yeah.
Anyway, the dem graphics. I did like how I think there was like the right amount of detail on all the buildings and stuff, and then they clearly I think put a lot of work into like I don't know how they did those drawings of people, if those are like 3D models that they rendered or whatever, but I think it adds a lot of character to this like pretty flat, pretty building oriented thing to see these like really nice character portraits.
Yeah.
And I feel like you don't see that in City Sims really. Like
Nah.
you don't know the faces of the people at all.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And I
Right.
mean, they at least try in this one, even though it doesn't hit the mark, and we still don't care about the faces. But
Right?
they look
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. They look nice. Yeah.
They look
As
nice,
they
but if
wept
they're like,
at the
"Oh, we're
edge of my
dying,"
throne.
it's just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that looks really cool."
Oh wow.
I like the little trails that the people make in the snow. Like,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that is really cool.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. Like when one of the piles is depleted, like it still kind of leaves
Yeah.
an outline of it and trail leading to it.
So like I think that's a cool gameplay mechanic too, and I think they do this in Banished as well, which is like the only other like hardcore kind of like people are dying type city sim game I've played. But like it's a visual indicator to tell you like if they're making paths, they're not using the roads. So like that's an
Oh, I
indicator
see.
like
So
I
it's
should build
like-
a road from here, and I will like greatly improve the speed at which people are
Mhm.
moving.
okay.
So I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool game.
We'll play Banished at some point.
Yeah,
I've always wanted
Me
to.
too.
Yeah, maybe on my
think I
next
have
pick I'll make you guys play
Banished.
it. Banished is like
Medieval.
you are like it's
I mean, I
medieval.
know about
You've been,
Banished.
right?
I'm just thinking,
yeah,
do I actually own it? 'Cause I
Banished.
think so.
Banished is like this in that like you have to start from the top a fair amount because you're like figuring out the systems.
Yeah.
I definitely like kill like I was saying before. You got to get them people fucking like ASAP. Anyway, yes, beautiful snow, beautiful UI, beautiful. The buildings look great. Steampunk, fuck with it super hard. We don't have a lot of notes for sound design either. I feel like there was very sparing usage of music. Would you guys say that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think like when would music
But there
During,
is a
like,
music
cutscenes, and
volume.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
I think
Yeah.
yeah.
like events
Yeah.
that would happen, right?
Yeah.
Somewhat. I think there was like some like
I think at the end.
I think there's music during like nighttime too.
Mm.
I think during the
Yeah,
snowstorm there might be
sounds right.
music, like a climatic type music.
Oh yeah,
Either
there
way, I
is
think
right. There's like
you're
a
right.
crescendo.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But I think overall, even if there is music, you're kind of just distracted by this just constant sound of just pattering
Wind
wind.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
I do like. I have a note about. I really like the bell they ring at the end of the workday. It's like work day's over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm into that.
Yeah.
That just made my heart warm every day. And I was like, get your rest, guys.
No,
Except you're gonna freeze to death. 24-hour shift. Back to
I
work.
hated the sound of the bell because there wasn't enough work done yet. Had to make them work more.
Get them
Nice.
kids back in
Jesus.
there.
No breaks.
Anyone else have any other thoughts on sound?
No.
Nah, I guess I'm trying to think like it wasn't and that's probably the point, right? It's probably designed in such a way where it's like
I think it's kind of just like
you know,
designed to be like
it's
like you're
isolated,
in,
right.
Yeah.
you're the
Right.
you're the only
and it's
source of non-natural noise left. Like
right.
Right,
And it's very
right, right.
contemplative that way, I think. Like it's you got lots of like brain space to think with no music playing.
Yeah.
You know?
mm,
So it probably would have been hurt by like intense music, definitely. So we usually try to touch on the story. We kind of touched on the story a little bit. I don't think there's a lot to say because there's different scenarios. The only thing that ties them all together really is the fact that it's in a frozen world, and the nature of why that world is frozen was not elucidated to me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why everything's frozen.
I don't think anyone does.
No, it's your classic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I think it's since it's like alternate history, I kind of took it as like after like the Industrial Revolution like really fucked
The environment
stuff up, and it kind of takes place like after that technological advancement or whatever. When the world gets fucked, and then they gotta.
Oh,
They travel like pretty far, right? Why do they travel?
Well,
I think it said like one of the loading screens is like they traveled to the Arctic because of the amount of coal. Like they were actually
Right.
just looking for fuel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think one of
Okay.
the DLCs too.
Okay.
It has a scenario where you're the people before it gets cold, and you're building the generator.
Ooh, wait, that sounds kind of cool
Oh,
and
that's
very
actually
different
pretty
from the rest of the
neat.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
You know, like is coldness not like a, or it probably is plenty cold, but you don't have the generator in the middle, and you have to like build like steam hubs and all that stuff.
Probably. Yeah. I don't remember how.
Yeah.
Like I just saw that part.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to paint you a word picture of what I think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're all British. I like that about the story. Like I like that. Like is the
True,
UK
true.
the only surviving place of the
well,
frozen apocalypse?
we know the Americans didn't make it because they have, abandoned. Well, there's some Americans. You can find
In this game?
Americans and bring them into your settlement. There's like survivors. Not a lot of them, and they are in good shape. So
Hell yeah, we're a hardy folk. The few of us that will make it.
I think
Dude, this
as far as the outposts go,
oh,
you know
sorry.
how like there's those resource outposts. The one for steel is just an American like dreadnought landship thing.
That right, yeah.
Oh,
That was like abandoned.
that was the one I think
Yeah.
I never explored. I just never got around to it.
yeah,
You never did?
No.
I tried
Can
to
your,
explore as much as I could.
yeah.
this last sorry
No,
to
it's
cut
all
you
good.
off. I was gonna just really quick tie back to the last autumn DLC actually looks pretty sick. Like there's no snow at all. And the graphics look like really crazy because you can actually see like the terrain. It's not just
Snow.
frozen wasteland. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, maybe I'll have to check
But
it
yeah,
out.
anyways,
Anyway, what do you guys think? Any final thoughts before we stamperoni?
for Frostpunk in general, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think.
Anything you wanted
I
to
mean,
say you didn't
we
get to
kind
say
of-
in any of the areas we discussed?
With games like this, I feel like story and stuff definitely takes a backseat. We kind of alluded to that earlier, like we don't really care about the people that are dying and
Yeah.
losing limbs and stuff like that. It's mostly just gameplay heavy, right?
I would
So
say
feel
though
like-
this game attempts to have more story than most of the games that I've played. Like in
actually
this
true,
genre, right?
actually true,
Mhm.
yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
like I don't know, EU4's like history, right? So that's the real story.
EU4 like it doesn't have lore, it has history. But if I had to put a bow on Frostpunk, I'd basically say it's a chess game against Mother Nature, and the pieces are your people.
Whoa. Damn.
Genius,
Damn.
dude. That's on the stamp.
Yeah,
that goes
that
on
can be
the
your
box,
stamp
the
for
game
sure.
box.
What's my stamp? Radial. I really like I really
Whoa,
like
'cause
the
it's
fact
all-
that it's a ring. That's a very cool way to design this game.
It is, yeah, it's really cool.
And it naturally creates
Casper.
like income inequality basically. It's like you want to
Yeah.
live close to the fucking heater? You owe me some goddamn rent money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be working, bro.
Yeah. Casper. What's
Now
up?
take this prosthetic arm. Get back into the mine.
Makes you feel like you're in a frozen tundra.
Makes you feel like
Whoa.
Spider-Man in a frozen tundra.
My stamp, I would probably just say like, I really like the automaton, so it's gonna be automaton step on me, which is one of the events. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
got
no.
those.
Oh,
Like,
if you have too many automatons, will they accidentally squish people?
they start falling and like people start complaining like, yo, this freaking automaton like stepped on my thing, and so you have to like, okay, we'll make sure
This
the
automaton
automaton's more
stepped
careful.
on my son. Get back in the line.
Yeah, and so all you do is like just, okay, we'll fix it, and you make the efficiency go down like 10%, but it's still fine. Yeah.
You don't want to lose those efficiency numbers, though. All right, folks, we're going to
Yeah,
go
true.
for a quick break, and then we'll be back with Casper's bi-weekly sabbatical. So we'll be right back. And we're back. Casper, what's going on? What are we doing?
All right, this bi-week we got another trivia. This time it's obscure video game trivia. I tried to like find
Versus well-known video game
exactly.
trivia.
I tried to find really weird stuff that like just
Okay.
wouldn't
Damn
know. All right, so
All right.
just
Why'd I go and study all of my Wii Sports lore?
just so the viewers aren't confused, we're all gonna well, not me, but everyone else is gonna write on a notepad and then show it to the camera so we know no it's cheated.
Casper
So no
knows
cheating.
everything.
Yeah.
Casper knows everything ever.
So how many questions, Casper?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 questions.
6 questions.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Hey,
Casper
Casper,
really
you're gonna
is
write
out
down
of
who
it
gets-
because
who
he
gets to
totally
write?
said 6 like right before we started recording, and then he just had to count again. For the viewers, Casper's on a bunch of
Allergy
medicine.
Allergy med.
Dude, he's tripping balls. Look at him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
First question. These are all multiple choice too. So, what country banned Japanese cultural imports following World War II? Australia, or A, Australia, B, China, C, Vietnam, or D, South Korea? This leads to video games. So
Yeah.
this pretty much involves Nintendo.
Stop
Yeah.
giving us hints, goddammit.
Yeah,
All right,
You
Japan.
can explain once we write our answers.
All right. Everyone got an answer?
I have an answer.
Yes.
All right. You want to show them?
Well, yeah. Well, who's going first?
Or just oh, okay, fine. Evan, you go first.
Australia.
Australia. Okay, Cody.
I said B. I think it's China.
Greg.
I said China.
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 Well, you're all wrong.
China.
South
Oh,
Korea.
shit.
Damn
South
it.
Korea put a ban on Japanese cultural imports after World War II. I'm not sure why, but they did actually still get them in.
No fucking clue why.
Well, actually, it's probably.
I was not
No.
expecting that at all. I thought I was gonna get like a long-winded explanation.
It's probably because Japan did a lot of bad stuff to South Korea during World War II.
They did a ton of fucked up shit to China too.
They did a lot
Yeah.
to other ones, but South Korea banned them. But they still
I
got.
think Japan
yeah.
just kind of did fucked up shit in general in World War II.
Yeah, they were with the Axis. They were not
Yo,
they-
on our
They
side.
took over
we
like
did fucked up shit too.
Yeah. I'm not.
they took over like all of Southeast Asia. But
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So I chose Australia because I know that they have like very strict video game
Strict,
rules.
yeah.
And so I just
That was my
guessed
first
Yeah.
guess. Too.
Australia.
Yeah. Same thinking, Evan, for China. Like they're
Yeah,
very
they
strict on.
Right, Nintendo
just started doing
Nintendo
consoles
can't
again,
release
like,
stuff there,
recently.
right? Like they have to release they got the N64 in like 2006, and it was called something else.
Yeah. Like the PS5 just launched in China actually, which is like a
you know,
huge deal.
now that you
but-
guys are saying this, I never actually looked up to see if the other countries did or not. I just saw that South Korea did.
Oh, I see.
So
So,
for me-
no, it's all right. That's all right.
You know
We
what's
got it
funny,
wrong.
though?
Whatever.
Nintendo still got the Famicom and all that into South Korea.
Yeah.
They just sold it through Hyundai, and it was called
Oh.
the NES was
Oh.
called the Hyundai Comboy, and then the Super Nintendo was the Super Comboy, and then the Comboy 64 was Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
So did they have the
That's pretty
Comboy
cool.
Switch or what?
I don't know. They probably stopped after a while. It was probably around
Yeah.
2000 that they went
Yeah.
back to normal.
Mm-hmm. All right,
All right.
Casper, what's number 2?
Number 2, what has the first Dark Souls been beat with? A rock band guitar. B, a toaster. C, a bunch of bananas. Or D, all of the above.
I am an avid Dark Souls fan. So
It's a requirement to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
is it? Oh,
Sure, is now.
Oh, Cody's off.
Yeah, see you, Cody.
yeah.
Okay.
I've got your job now. Grow a mustache, idiot.
All right, you guys all got an answer?
Sure.
All right, let's just go in the same order. Evan,
Okay. I have D, all of the above.
Cody,
D, all of the above.
okay, Greg, E.
Yeah.
You guys would be right, but I specifically meant Dark Souls 1. So
Oh.
Oh, I see.
only
He
Rock
tricked
Band
us.
has been beating Dark Souls 1.
Oh.
But people have beaten Dark
Wait,
Souls.
were the bananas Dark Souls 3?
Bananas were Dark Souls 3 and the toaster was with Dark Souls 3. So you guys were technically right
Oh,
with the
that
Souls
was
series.
well
got
done.
us.
Well done. You bamboozled me.
That's a
We're,
good
we're
one.
all so
I mean-
smug. We're all like, oh, we fucking can do this. Are you joking us, Casper?
Yeah, we
Hey,
were
these
like,
are
oh,
obscure.
Oh,
I tried
man.
to make them
Hubris flew too close to the sun.
hard. All right, you thought the other ones were hard.
Okay.
I know for a fact that you guys aren't going to get this one. All right.
Well,
So
we'll see.
Lay it
a
on
while, I mean, I could be wrong. A while back, a man in Japan married one of his love of his life on a DS game. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I think
so.
It was a
Maybe.
pretty popular story. It was like all over, even local news. Some guy in Japan, he just married a fictional character, and he goes by Sale 9000. No clue what his actual name is. People only know him as Sale 9000. Who did Sale 9000 marry? A.
Okay, I thought what you were saying is that he proposed to someone using a video
No,
game.
no,
I have
no.
no fucking idea what this story is. Yeah, you're saying he married a video
Yeah,
game
he married
character. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's like a love story
Okay.
video game, and he married it. It's like on a DS. He live streamed it.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, give me
marriage.
the option.
A. Manaka Takane. B. Rinko Kobayakawa.
Do we not get to know what games these are from?
No, there's no fun in that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I do have the link to the article. But okay. C. Nene Anegasaka.
Wow,
Anegasaka?
good pronunciation, I think.
So A, B, or C.
Yes.
Is there a D?
Nope, that's it. There was just 3 characters in the whole game.
It's not all of the above. No.
Love Plus was the game.
Oh, God. When's that going to be on the podcast?
Is it a porn game? It sounds like one. The plus implies that I can do more than love these women.
I'm pretty sure it's just a dating simulator, just like a. It was on the
Yeah.
DS. I mean, I don't know if you could get those kind of games on the DS.
Yeah.
It's just so.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, there's,
What? It's not like I've already made my guess. It's not like it's not like I'm gonna think
Yeah.
about it too hard.
there's-
Yeah,
Okay.
right. I totally
All right.
This
guess.
is what I
Everybody
used to do
good?
on physics tests.
everyone good.
Yeah, it's like what I done the
Evan?
SATs.
B, because I don't know the names. I already forgot the names, but B.
Cody.
I said A,
Greg?
whatever you said.
I also said B.
C.
I really was hoping Greg would say C, so one of us would like have to be right.
It was
Yeah,
I don't know,
right.
man. I'm a middle of the pack guy.
Sale 9000 married Nene Anagasaki.
Huh? Is she hot?
No clue.
Casper, answer me.
I tried watching the video, but the article is so old. It's a Flash video, and browsers don't support Flash anymore.
Right. Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So I thought, I
Right
totally
on.
thought this was gonna be like a guy like proposed to his wife like in Picto chat
Oh, yeah.
or something, and I.
That's dude. I was gonna guess Picto Chat. I was ready for it.
yeah. Okay, hopefully this one's a little easier.
Probably
Has
not.
this one got anything right? Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
Bat and zero.
Okay, I think the next few questions are easier. Which presidential candidate paid for the first video game campaign ads? A. John McCain. B. Barack Obama. C. Bernie Sanders. Or D. Hillary Clinton.
And you just said candidate,
Yeah, presidential
not president.
presidential
Okay.
candidate.
Okay. I was like, well, most of those people were not president.
You want me to say it again?
Oh fuck.
It's
Yeah, will you run it through the names?
A. John McCain. B. Barack Obama. C. Bernie Sanders. And D. Hillary Clinton.
I'm going with my heart.
Yeah, I'm going with my soul.
So the ads were actually delivered through 18 different games. Kind of crazy.
Really?
All right, everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan?
Yeah.
Clinton.
Clinton? Cody? I forgot your name for a second.
So I said C. I said Bernie because
He's hip.
I feel like
He's for the people.
yeah, he's hip, right? And he yeah.
I said John McCain. Eh.
I know John McCain in Call of Duty. Actually, I'm not gonna like joke about him.
Dude, I'm going with
in
my
that
heart. I
context.
told you.
You can joke about him. What's wrong
Well,
with
he's
that?
dead. It also was a PO. I was gonna make some kind of
Hey,
joke about him being a POW, but anyway.
B. Barack
Answer?
Obama.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
So
No
I
one
know
got
that I know
that,
that
or, yeah.
Barack
No one got
he wanted to he used like social
used a
media
lot of social
like pretty
media,
heavily. So I was wondering like I was thinking that it was after that they kind of dipped into other forms like
Well, listen.
other than
Hillary
video.
Clinton said
What was the video
Pokemon
game?
go to the polls. So
That doesn't
I thought
count.
maybe
Dude, Hillary-
there was like a Clintamon.
that was
Pokemon.
terrible.
I feel like Hillary. I don't know if they did, but they weren't the first. So they might have.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So what did Barack? What was his? What was the game?
There was 18 different ones. Some
Yeah.
of them included Guitar Hero 3, The Incredible Hulk, NASCAR 09, NBA Live.
The incredible. Okay. I own Guitar Hero 3 on PS2. It's like right next to me. I have to like go digging for the Barack Obama.
He's a playable character.
Oh, I think I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure I saw it was in Burnout Paradise too, which is just weird.
What?
Whoa,
I
that
have
is weird.
Game.
I love that game.
See, all these games, like a lot of the games that you were talking about, Casper, make sense because they have
Mhm.
like in-game ads that you could see something like that on. But like, what the hell was Guitar Hero? Like just a poster in the back or
Probably.
something? It was
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
He was just a
it's
dude in the
360
crowd rocking
versions
out.
of these games, I think.
Oh, it's only the 360.
Very weird.
Oh, really?
Well, it looks like these games they for the 360 and for like the PS3, like that. So not on the
Yeah.
PS2 since it's connected to the internet.
Oh,
Like there was like virtual
Oh, I
billboard
see.
space and Barack Obama
Gotcha.
box.
okay. That makes
I
sense.
think.
Funny.
That would make sense.
So we all got it wrong
Yes,
again.
sir.
We're really
Two
good
more
at
questions.
this.
We're killing it. Yeah.
I told you they were obscure.
Next one.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
another one.
Oh fuck.
In Final Fantasy Legend 2,
Shit.
the bandits in the game,
Yeah.
they were originally smuggling opium, but in the NA release, Nintendo had them smuggling what fruit? A, tomatoes, B, grapes, C, bananas, or D, plums? I narrowed it down to fruit because I figured it would be too hard if it just said whatever.
Like just
Yeah.
random stuff. Yeah.
Everyone good?
Mm.
All right, Evan.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. Bananas.
Cody?
D, plum.
Greg?
You can't see it.
I believe you.
I
guess
also
plum.
said bananas.
All right.
God damn it.
It was bananas. It was C. Greg and Evan both got it right. That's 1 point.
Fuck you,
Damn it,
Cody.
Now I gotta.
You idiot.
Now I can't be the
Let's
king
go.
of.
I really hope that the
Frostpunk.
next question, only one of you get it right because that will just tie.
Can't
it.
have a tie.
Okay. Last question. The Subspace Emissaries World Congress. Oh, I said that wrong. The Subspace Emissaries World's Conquest. It's a fanfic. It's based on Super Smash Bros. Brawl and is one of the longest works of literature in the English language. And it has either A,
Heard this.
461,129 words, B, 4,061,129 words, or C, 4,601,129,000 words. So pretty much it's either 400,000, 4 million, or 4 billion.
I'm going with my
I
heart.
think that's the best you can do.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have heard of this. I don't know the word count, but I have heard of this thing. All right.
If you
Going
guys can,
all or
I'm
nothing?
going.
if you guys can also just guess the amount of chapters instead too, I'll take that.
I will not.
So I'm going with C for billions of words.
Cody,
C,
Right.
billions.
I'm going with B for millions.
Greg, you've won.
It's millions. Damn
Billions is just
I
way too
thought-
many
I was
words,
like,
man.
No, I know, but I was like, this guy does nothing
I
but
know.
write this, and I was just thinking, but yeah, right. Like, what would be the WPM to write
The
that many
difference
words?
between a million and a billion is
nonstop.
way too much.
And then
No,
like when
I know.
did Brawl
Like,
come out and like how long?
I'm
is
gonna
it?
do a quick
million-
calculation. Okay.
No, I'll give you a quick thing. This is
Yeah,
great. It's my guest physics thing. A million seconds is like 11 days, but a billion seconds is like 30 years. So there's a huge jump
Okay.
between
Big
the two.
factor.
So
Right.
yeah.
I was just believing in my heart like Cody.
that would be
yeah.
cool. This
All right. Wait,
'Cause I was
Casper, will
like,
you
a
read
million
me?
doesn't
Or,
even-
you know, I'll
well-
just do a rough estimate. So 4 billion words. Okay.
yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm doing
doing
some
math.
quick math. So 4 billion words. If I want to get the WPM per days, I have the days already between that have happened. So how many like words did you have to write per day? So I just divide it, right? Yeah, words per day. 4,857. The rough estimate is yeah, I'm so fucking You'd have to write
Yeah, we're just-
823,000 words a day. And then if we, how many minutes are in a day? 60,
Whatever
minutes and
3,600
24.
times 24
Yeah.
is.
It has over
You'd have to write 571 words a minute.
wow. It has over 220
That
chapters. So
571 words a minute is almost 100 words a second. Or no, that's almost 10 words a second, I think.
That's why, yeah, I got
So
the
yeah,
speed fingers.
so I guess it makes sense that it would be B.
Hell yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Good thing my grasp of
All right.
numbers
So-
finally came in
But-
handy.
that's
So Greg is the king of Frostpunk.
It's official. Congratulations. You are our Lord King, our supreme fascist leader, or the graceful overlord. Oh my god. For the audio listeners, he has put on a pair of sunglasses. I have no other words for this situation. This is something the likes of any percent trivia that we've never seen before. This is unprecedented.
The king.
The king, indeed. All right, I think that's gonna wrap it for the show. Whose pick is it? I know what the game is, but I forget who's supposed
Cody.
to announce it.
Yeah. So for the next episode, we're gonna do The Messenger, 2D side scroller, kind of in the vein of like Ninja Gaiden from NES era. It's super sick. The writing is really funny, and the game is just really fun. So
I'm excited.
could be playing that on. I'm gonna play it on the Switch. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely switching it up. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I sit at
It's
a good
done sitting
Switch
at my
game.
computer.
Look at
Sweet.
you flexing
Yeah.
your switches.
Cool. Well, I want to thank my two lovely co-hosts, Cody and Casper, and I'd like to thank Greg for coming on the show. We want to have you on again for sure. Wonderful guest.
My pleasure.
So yeah, it's gonna do it for episode 15 of Any Percent. Thanks for watching.